Audio Jungle.
Hi everyone. In this video, we are going to talk about interfaces. Most importantly, we are going to talk about why do we need interfaces. Because in my experience, in most of the interviews, when I ask candidates about how do you improve the modularity of the program, or how do you make sure that your code is loosely coupled, the candidates will mostly say we will use interfaces. But when I ask again, why do you want to use interfaces and what is the actual purpose of interfaces, most of the candidates would struggle to answer that. So in this video, we will try to explain the concept of interfaces as simple as possible. The primary objective of interface is to achieve abstraction. And abstraction is one of the principle of object-oriented programming. So the concept of abstraction means you expose only the necessary information to the user and hides all the complex information and the unnecessary information behind it. This explanation might be a little bit high level, so let's try to understand the principle of abstraction using some real world examples. Let's consider a real world example of you going to an ATM and withdraw some money. So this is a wonderful example to explain the principle of abstraction. So in this case, the ATM actually hides all the complex details of the bank transaction behind it, and it exposes only a simple and easy to use interface to the end users. So the end users only need to understand how to operate an ATM, and they don't have to understand how the bank actually works. So the users don't need to know how the banks operate or how the way the bank store your money or the way the bank actually validate your PIN number. You don't have to worry about any of those details. You just need to know how the ATM works. You actually follow the on-screen instructions and then withdraw your money. So the ATM here acts like an interface. It actually hides all the complex details behind it. In case in future, if the bank change the way they operate, for example, if they change the mechanism of storing your money or if they change the way they validate your PIN number, it doesn't actually impact you. You don't have to worry about any of those changes because you will continue to use the same interface. So all you need to worry about is how to operate the ATM and you are good to go. So any changes that happen to the bank is not going to impact the end users because you are not exposed to do any of the complex details of the bank. You are just exposed to do the interface. So in this case, the ATM is the interface and the bank is the actual implementation of the interface. So this is one of the good example to understand the principle of abstraction. Let's consider another real world example of driving a car. So in this case, the steering wheel acts like an interface and it actually hides all the complex details of the motor engine mechanism behind it. So to drive a car, you just need to know how to operate the steering wheel. You don't need to understand how the motor engine works, how the car mechanism actually works. You don't have to know anything about that. So every time a new model of the car comes into the market, the motor engine might comes with some additional features, or in some cars, the basic mechanism of the engine might be completely different. But every time a new model of the car comes in, you don't have to learn the driving altogether from the scratch. You already know how to operate the steering wheel, and that is more than enough to drive any model of the car. The whole point of this is the steering wheel actually hides all the complex mechanism of the motor engine behind it, and it exposes a very simple interface to the user. So in this case, the steering wheel is actually considered as the interface, and it hides all the complex implementation of the car mechanics. Now let's consider another example in the actual programming language. Let's say you want to build a library that actually fetches the cat images from the public internet and then it returns the images to the caller. So this is the functionality that you want to build with the library. Now what you do, you actually create a simple class and then you put all the complex functionality to fetch the cat images into it. Say for example, you want to collect the servers, like you want to identify all the public servers which actually host the cat images. And then you have to scrap the cat images. You have to scrap the cat image URL out of all the public web pages. And then you have to build a kind of a response, kind of a JSON response, and then return it back to the caller. So you need to create a class and put all the complex functionality into the class. Now, when you want to when you want to give this functionality to the end user, you don't have to expose all these complex details to the end user. Instead, you can create a simple interface with a very simple function called fetch cat, and you can give that to the end user. So the end user will get a cat collector object of the type interface. So they will have access only to the fetch cats function, which they can make use of to return all the cat images. So the end user don't have any idea about how the complex functionality of fetching the cat images actually works. So this is how we can actually abstract the complex details behind it, and you expose only the necessary information to the end user. In case in future, if you want to change the implementation of your cat collecting logic, say for example, currently you are fetching the cat images from the public internet, but let's say you actually build a local database of all the cat images. So instead of fetching it from the public servers, you want to fetch the cat images from your local database. So what you have to do is you don't have to change the implementation of the existing code. Instead, you can simply create another implementation. So you can simply create another class called local cat collector, and you can put all the complex functionality of fetching the cat images from your local database. So the only thing is the local cat collector class has to implement the same interface. Now you simply change the implementation of the cat collecting logic. Now whatever implementation details that we can change here, the end user don't have to be aware of, right? Because the end user just have the access to a very simple interface, and they can access only the fetch cats function. So they don't aware of what are all the implementation details or any change to the implementation that is happening in the backend. They don't need to be aware of. So they don't know whether the cat images are actually coming from the public internet or it is coming from the local data store. So all they care about is they just call the function called fetch cats, and then they receive a list of cat images. So they don't need to worry about any of the implementation details, and they don't have to, right? So this is one of the primary purpose of interface, to achieve the principle of abstraction in the object-oriented programming. So I hope this video is really useful to you. Thank you so much for watching.
Audio Jungle.